What up, Tag Nation? It's your boy Lefty, ScooterRay. And of course, y'all know what I'm here to talk about, the WWE Draft. But first, intro. Yeah.
T.A.G.
That's tag shit.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really want.
Well, good people out there, it was night one of the WWE Draft. When it like to move and shake and cause mayhem and chaos and discourse and I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. But yeah, this is night one of the WWE Draft where the switching of the rosters and things like that. And going into it, we knew from Monday night the one caveat to it was whatever show Roman was going to get drafted to, the other show was going to get the World Heavyweight Championship, aka Big Gold 2.0. Now, Triple H starts the show, and he basically tells us that, if I heard correctly, the changes won't happen to after Backlash. Also, there is a pool of superstars that are eligible for tonight, and the rest of it will be done Monday. So if you didn't see certain people getting drafted yesterday, it's because they're possibly in that pool for Monday, especially since it being a 3-hour show. Now, they also did it differently because SmackDown gets the first pick. So it was 4 picks per round, SmackDown, Raw, and you see where I'm going. So Triple H, round 1, SmackDown's first pick, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman. So it was kind of like because even Triple H looked at the graphic, it's like, interesting. Then eventually they kind of fixed it up at the end by saying the Usos weren't eligible night 1. But Raw's first pick, Cody Rhodes. So you keeping Roman and Cody apart. Interesting choice. SmackDown's next pick, the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Raw's next pick and last of round 1, Becky Lynch. Then after, the Usos come out. They having dialogue. KO and Zayn come out. They're going back and forth talking about, the Usos basically saying, we getting the belts back. We doing it for the chief. So forth. KO was like, look here, I don't care. I don't care anymore about what's going to happen if y'all lose. I care about Roman Reigns. I care about kicking y'all asses and keeping these belts. How about that, fam? And just boom, left it at that. We get our first match of the night, LA Knight, Butch of the Brawling Brutes. There was a segment where Knight was popping shit, and it led to this. Knight gets that dub, hitting that BFT, that blunt force trauma. I hope post-draft, Knight really starts to do something. Like, his star power is there, and I need them to start to, I guess, recognizing it, because I need Knight to start to be on his way. Yeah. Next up, round 2 of the draft, we get RVD and Michael P.S. Hayes doing the picks. SmackDown's first pick, Street Profits. Raw's first pick, Imperium. As a whole, Gunther, Kaiser, and Vinci. So the Intercontinental Championship is going to Raw, just like as of now. the Raw Women's Championship is going to SmackDown. So, like I said, if I remember correctly what I heard, Trips, everything starts post Backlash, which is uh next Saturday. So we'll see what happens. Um SmackDown's next pick is Edge. Raw's final pick of round 2, Matt Riddle. Then we get the Street Profits versus Strowman and Ricochet versus LWO's Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild for reasons. I thought this might have been like some championship implications, which it could be, but in my opinion, I think it was to show off the fact that Street Profits had just got drafted. And just so coincidentally, they had on all blue outfits instead of their normal all red outfits. So, but yeah, ultimately the Profits get the dub. And then round 3, we have JBL and Teddy Long doing the picks. SmackDown's first pick, Bobby Lashley. Raw's first pick, Drew McIntyre. SmackDown's next pick, the OC as a whole, AJ Styles, Gallows Anderson, and Michan Mia Yim. Raw's last pick, The Miz. Then we get Zelina Vega versus Sonya Deville. You know, they're trying to hype up Zelina Vega and to make her look like a credible challenger for Rhea. So she gets the dub over Deville. She comes out. She kind of, trying to celebrate the fact that she got her dub. And then Rhea Rips comes in and was like, nah, fam. So they lead into a tussle. But Zelina gets the best of the tussle. So there we go. Then the OC as a whole. So we even get a returning AJ Styles. The OC as a whole comes out. You know, they was trying to, basically say that, SmackDown's the new home and everything, trying to give us the aid. But the Viking Raiders trying to come out there and spoil the party. AJ Styles was like, look, it's more of us than it is y'all, so I'm going to just chill in the corner. And boom, they get into a scuffle. The OC, of course, gets the better of it. And they hit the Magic Killer on Eric and everything. And then Ivar gets back in the ring as the OC was leaving. And Styles was like, hold on a second. Wow, phenomenal forearm on Ivar. And then OC dips out. Stop it. Sorry, y'all. Talking to Bella. Oh no, talking to Bella. Sorry. Next up, we get the last and final round. Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, and remember, NXT is part of this draft too. Foreshadowing. SmackDown for the final round. First started up, drafts Damage Control as a whole. Raw drafts Shinsuke Nakamura. SmackDown drafts the NXT Women's Tag Champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. What's going to happen with them tag titles? I guess we'll find out Tuesday. Raw, final pick of the draft, night 1, drafts the NXT Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell. And they even go to the PC where they show that, everybody's happy that Indy, Fire, and Dawn just got drafted. So it's going to be interesting to see that the women's champions in NXT are now drafted to Raw and SmackDown. So I guess the belts will be vacated in some way, which is kind of funny now in a sense because they could have sort of had their way out with Indy because Indy could have lost the belt Tuesday on spring breaking, but I guess it would be better for her to relinquish because I wouldn't be surprised now they try to do some type of tournaments because they have until basically now and until May 28th to figure out who's going to be the next champions, especially in the women's division. So let me say that, especially in the women's division. But yeah, congrats to NXT's Indy Hartwell and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And then the main event rematch for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships of World Galaxy. The Usos take on Zayn and Owens. Now there was another segment of the Usos with Heyman and Solo talking, and Heyman was like, "Well, will the Usos be back on the island of relevancy, or will they be cast into the ocean of something?" And as he's talking, he's looking towards Solo, like, "Hey, Solo, this is the night." Like he's talking as if he's still talking to the Usos, but he's looking at Solo, like, "Hey, this is the night that you must do what you need to do." And he was handing Solo the tape so he can, get that Samoan spike ready. But due to a little weather issues that was happening at my place, I didn't get a chance to fully see it, but I know at one point the match was back and forth. Once again, if y'all are reoccurring people here at Quick Tag, but if you're new here, this did not feel like the Usos was going to get them belts back, especially on a SmackDown. I mean, let's be honest. So, I mean, even the match didn't even, to me, feel as grand as their first match from the parts I did get a chance to see. But the last thing that I was seeing, last thing I did get a chance to see before the weather issues was Solo was coming out there. But it was like, was Solo there to truly help the Usos? Or was Solo going to be down there to deal some justice if the Usos lost? Hmm. Ultimately, Riddle comes out and starts to beat up on Solo. So, but then I know Zayn and Owens retain. Duh. So I guess Raw will be interesting. Raw will be interesting, but not only will Raw be interesting, but Backlash is still advertised. The Bloodlines, Usos, and Solo taking on Zayn, Owens, and Riddle. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that was the draft round one. So the funny part about it is, if we're looking at SmackDown, SmackDown got about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 14, 16 people in the draft. SmackDown got 16 people in the draft. Raw got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So interested, because normally the roles would be reversed, where Raw would be getting all of these people, while SmackDown would look like, well, did you do anything in the draft? But maybe come Raw, we'll see. Because I mean, as far as faction wise, the major factions have been chosen. I mean, I know we still got the Brawling Brutes, the New Day, but it'll be interesting to see how they do the New Day, considering E is still out and Kofi is out. The LWO as a whole, we still got Judgment Day. And of course, we still have other tag teams, So interesting to see how it goes on Raw with the second round of the draft. But hey, that was round one. How do you feel about the picks so far? Let us know down there in the comments. But whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably thumbs up. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tag that notification bell so that way you know when videos arrive. Shout outs to Lip Dizzle, current prediction champ, Jaeger Bombastic, Juggernaut 097. Whether you been here, whether you new here, we likes to sign off the video with that good old Too Sweet once again, apropos for the shirt. Thank y'all for tuning in, and until next time, people out there, don't forget to tag out. Peace.